The January 15th, 2019 Batavia Park Board of Commissioners regular board meeting to order. Shelley, please call the roll.
Riley?
Here.
Dorsey?
Here.
Gray?
Here.
Tillman absent. Callahan?
Here. So our first item on the agenda is a public hearing for our budget and appropriations ordinance. So I would like to open the public hearing. So if anyone would like to address the board, express any concerns, we are here to listen. I'm waiting for a stampede.
Do we have the number flashing at the bottom of the screen?
Yeah.
To call it.
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
Do you like the silence?
I feel like there should be Jeopardy music in the background.
Should be. Okay, so I would entertain a motion to close the public hearing at 7:01.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Grace, second by Dorsey. No discussion, so please call the roll.
Gray?
Aye.
Dorsey?
Aye.
Riley?
Aye.
Tillman absent.
Aye, motion carries. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America
and
and to the republic for which it stands,
one
one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Any items to be added, removed, or changed on the agenda?
There are none.
There are none. Excellent. All right, so I would entertain a motion to approve or to establish the consent agenda as follows. Approve of the regular minutes of the, approve the minutes for the regular board meeting of December 19th, approve of the minutes for the executive session of December 19th, approve of the paid expenditures, expense approval summary, investment summary, income statement purchases, and extension of the IMET tolling agreement, and finally, a special use permit for Windmill City Fest. Do I have a motion to establish?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Dorsey, second by Gray. Any further discussion? Shelley, please call the roll.
Dorsey?
Aye.
Gray?
Aye.
Riley?
Aye.
Tillman absent. Callahan?
Aye, motion carries. All right, I would entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda as established.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Dorsey, second by Gray. No further discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is guests, matters from the public. We have some guests here tonight, but that's not your agenda items, so seeing none, we will move on. So item number 8, matters from the commissioners.
The new playground looks awesome, and I know at least one New Horizons teacher is really, really happy that it's done and ready, and it's all over Facebook and Instagram now. And so, yeah, it looks great. Exciting. I'll visit when there's no snow.
Thank you for the feedback. It's a work in progress. There's still quite a bit that's going to take place.
We're getting closer.
Oh, sorry.
go.
No,
Oh, man.
Sorry. Didn't want you to lose power there. So I would like to welcome Brittany. Congratulations. We're very excited.
Thank you very much. I appreciate all of your guys' support as well as the leadership team. And I'm very grateful for the opportunity and very excited to lead the recreation team and create new, innovative ideas and ways for this community. Very excited.
Terrific. Well, welcome again to that. That's super. Anyone else?
Don't really know that.
Okay. Next item on the agenda is correspondence, and I think we had 2 pieces of correspondence. I'm sorry, 1. We had a letter of appreciation to Executive Director Niamela from the Illinois Parks and Rec Association for the time, energy given for the Unplugged Illinois Task Force and the Advisory Council, and I, for one, can tell you that was a lot of work, but a very, very successful outcome, so congratulations on that.
Thank you. That was 5 years of my life, and it has finally come to an end. And
And they said thank you. That's
yes,
good.
that's right. Got this lovely letter. Appreciate it.
All right. Next item on the agenda is announcements. Katie?
Thank you. Well, first of all, I just want to wish everyone out there a very happy new year. 2019 actually marks a very special year for the Batavia Park District. We are officially now celebrating our 50th anniversary. We've come really far since our inception in 1969. We've actually got tons of really fun activities, as well as a few surprises planned for 2019. So definitely be on the lookout for all our throwback programs this year. We're going to have them kind of sprinkled throughout our programs as well as our special events. So definitely check those out in the quarterly brochure this season. And we know there are a number of preschool options in the area, and it can be overwhelming to choose the right fit. So stop by the New Horizons Preschool Open House on Tuesday, January 22nd from 6 to 7:30 p.m. So that you can meet all of our amazing teachers, check out all of our classrooms, and you can learn more about our play-based program. And your kids are definitely welcome, so be sure to bring them. And if you can't make it, be sure to schedule a private tour with Lori McDonald at loriem@bataviaparks.org. And also, it's just around the corner, but dads and daughters ages 3 and up are going to dance the night away at our annual Daddy-Daughter Date Night, Friday, February 1st from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. at Rotolo Middle School. So be sure to save the date and sign up early for this very popular event. The night will include a special princess theme this year, dancing, entertainment, games, photo booth, and much more. The cost is just $30 per couple. There's also an option to have dinner at Pal Joey's beforehand, and as well as a special corsage option sponsored once again by Paragon Flowers. So both are available prior to the event. And if you thought disco was dead, you are wrong. We're gonna wake it up. It was just taking a little bit of a nap. We want to join you to our Disco Fever themed roller skating night at Funway on February 22nd from 7 to 11 p.m. Shake your groove thing with the whole family and have some funky fun on the roller rink floor. We want you to come dressed in your best disco themed outfits though. I know staff is certainly excited about doing that. Polyester galore, wrap dresses and bell bottoms are gonna be twirling the night away as our DJ spins some of your 70 classics like Thelma Houston, Peaches, and other disco music classics. Kids under the age of 5 though must be accompanied by an adult, and the fee is just $15 to participate.
So I can bring my 8-year-old and drop them off.
No, you were correct.
You're all right.
Okay, I was like, did I screw that
Clarify that.
up? It's like, I put that everywhere. But of course, if you have any questions about any of our upcoming events or programs, you can always give us a shout out at 630-879-5235. Visit our website, bataviaparks.org, or message us on any of our social media outlets. Thank you.
Thanks, Katie. Next on the agenda is staff reports. So first, we'll start with staff updates.
Sure.
Oops, sorry. I'm watching here and that, yep.
Oh, I was just going to do the game show button first because I thought Brittany
Of course.
would be fantastic to kick it off. Again, I'd like to welcome Brittany Bruno to the table as the new Director of Community Recreation. So, yes. Brittany comes to us with years of experience in recreation. She used to work for Park District of Highland Park, and she also has a wealth of experience in the field. And of course, for years with us, 3 years, she was the aquatics and special events supervisor. So if anybody knows project management and people management, it's Brittany. So I think this would be a great time for you to stand up and shake the hands for the good luck walk that we like to do.
It's like not that long ago she did it.
Right.
So far.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, congrats.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
And she's gelled really well with our leadership team, and she really is a perfect fit for this. And I'd like to welcome you to the team, and actually, if you wanted to kick off your recreation report, since you're one to roll up your sleeves and jump right in.
Perfect, thank you. Thank you guys again. I'm very excited. Preschool registration, as Katie said, has begun and going very well. Look out for some Corey new renewal online passes. So that's gonna be coming out soon. Stay tuned on Facebook and some of our other marketing tools. We'll be letting you know when that will be rolling out. And before you know it, in the next couple weeks, it's almost summer before we know it. Summer job postings for Corey camps and sport camps will be posted as well.
Great.
Awesome.
Thank you. Evie.
All right. Wanted to give you a couple of news items from the Depot Museum. One, we broke the absolute all-time record for attendance in 2018. We had a total of 4,001 guests through the Depot this
That's
summer.
awesome.
4,001. That included people from 30 states and 15 foreign countries. I know, foreign countries, you think like Europe and stuff. No, we had somebody from Mozambique and Thailand and yeah, Belgium. So we are an international destination now.
Awesome.
So I think it's really wonderful, and it really speaks volumes about what Jennifer and Chris have been able to get rolling down at the with programming and the exhibits down at the museum. And the other sad part of that news is that Chris Winter, our curator for the last 20 plus years at the Depot, has announced her retirement at the end of March. So we had Allison gave her a real nice little speech the other night and at our staff awards dinner. And she and Tony are going to be having a wonderful time with their new grandson and being able to kind of relax and enjoy life. So
She's
we're
earned it.
really appreciative.
She
Yeah.
did promise us that she would stay active with the Depot Museum expansion project.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, she and Tony are going to be with Dan on a lot of that, so
Terrific.
that'll be good. Thank you. Mitch?
Well, we're working on transitioning through from 2018 to 2019 now. Tammy and I updated the payroll system for all the new deduction rates in the new fiscal year. And now we're closing out the tax reports, so we're working on our W-2s and 1099s. And with that comes audit time, so we have preliminary field work scheduled with our auditors at the end of January, and then we'll have a week of final field work in March with them. And speaking of the audit, all financial statements are to be considered preliminary until that's finalized, so we do have December 31st year-end statements in the packet, but realize those are not final audited statements yet. That's it.
Thank you.
Can we share? Okay, good. I got a big voice, but looks impressive.
Yes.
Use your indoor voice, Eric.
So besides the things that were in my report, I'm pleased to share with you that beginning middle of last week till now, we've been working on riveting and exciting inventory of our support signage that we have in the district. Examples would be, warning for men or maintenance working in the trails ahead. Can't say men working, so that's why we're looking at it. Riveting train. And then the other one is we've been working on wrapping up a few carpentry projects. As you could see by our new facelift in the lobbies. We got some new furniture. We got our coffee nook has been upgraded to actually have coffee. And we've gotten a lot of positive response on that. And I want to give kudos out to one of our facility technicians, Bush, who by trade is a cabinet maker and did a phenomenal job putting that all together for us. And he was just super excited. So I think his workmanship was top notch.
Sure.
So, and just to kind of go on Katie's little announcement, I have gotten my polyester blue leisure suit out and found puka shells.
I thought you were going to say the elevator shoes, but okay.
I got one. I'm going to wear roller skates. So
I know. But you know,
I could.
we'll take what we can get her.
Pictures. Katie?
Thank you.
You bet.
Just really quick, I just wanted to share with you too, actually based off what you just said, Eric, about the coffee nook. Earlier today, I spied someone taking a selfie in the coffee nook, and I thought, that's pretty cool.
Yes. Facebook.
So that made me happy. I'm like, I'm gonna find that.
Is there a hashtag posted over there? So
Not yet, but maybe there should be.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I'm really excited to see people actually using it and enjoying it. And the coffee is actually really good, so go try some. Marketing staff has begun working on the 2018 annual report. So as you guys know, we do a special theme each year. Usually it's our annual theme, but this year is our 50th anniversary theme. So we're going to hold off on that until next year. So we're thinking about doing some sort of home sweet home Batavia type theme. So those will be printed and in your home sometime in April. So definitely be on the lookout for our 2018 annual report. And then also, we're super excited, I am particularly, that this year we're going to be giving the district website a facelift, and we've actually planned some internal and external focus groups. So invitations have been sent both to staff and the public for both of those. They're going to be occurring before the end of the month. And actually, John Tillman is going to be joining us for the public focus groups. They're super excited to get some feedback. But of course, if any of those of you out there have any feedback for us about our website, you can always reach out to us and let us know what you like or what you dislike about our current website. But we're hoping to make some really fun improvements. And then last but not least, we've got the annual conference coming up next week. And just a reminder, we'd love for you guys to come down to the agency showcase portion of the conference. We are entering in 4 categories, and one of the new categories is videography. And we actually just got permission from Ed Plamondon to enter the Peace on Earth video.
Oh, awesome.
Awesome.
So super excited about that.
Really
So
good
fingers crossed that we might win in that category. So,
Awesome.
so yeah, very excited.
So how will they play those then on TV there, or how would that work?
There was like whispers of it that, well, the judging process, they'll probably watch them on tablets or something in the judging area.
But I mean, you know how you can walk around and view them all? Are they going to have a kiosk or something there for you to see?
I don't know. I hope so, because that would be really nice.
It'd be really hard to understand what it is if you didn't see it.
There's going to be like the way you enter is you have to take a screenshot and then there's a description on the other side.
Okay.
But then the people judging that particular category.
You could do QR codes to the videos.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I think that because it's just in the early stages, the committee might be still trying to figure out the details.
Yeah,
'Cause
sure.
I actually thought it would be really neat if the winning video could be part of the awards luncheon too. There were some whispers about that too. So I don't know if they plan on doing that, if they can. So those are just some ideas.
Awesome. That's exciting.
Yeah, so that's all I got. Thank you.
You're welcome. Board, any comments on staff reports? Questions? All right. Next item on the agenda is Executive Director's Report.
Yes. Well, just wouldn't be January if I didn't give a State of the Union Park District address. So we're going to look at where we've been in the last year and the road map to where we're going. So that includes our strategic master plan update as well. Oops. Uh-oh. Houston, we have a problem.
Shoot it this way.
Go shoot that one.
Oh,
Nope.
I think maybe battery related?
Oh, I did something.
Oh, okay. Was that you? Was that you or me?
I believe I had it minimized here. Sorry about that.
Okay. But I'll just give you the A-OK.
It should work.
Oh, no,
Oh,
no,
it
it'll
was
work.
me, okay. That was just a commercial break for those of you watching at home. 1 year ago, we were actually recreating the historic image that was on the New York Post down at the Depot Pond with the help of Funway Entertainment in Batavia Main Street. And so thanks to our Parks Department who were able to clear the snowway, that's really what kicked off our new year was this special event, and it brought hundreds down to the Riverwalk. We also did not miss a beat with the Depot Museum expansion project. The Long Range Planning Committee, led by Dan Heffler and 3 other Historical Society board members, along with 4 members of the Batavia Park District staff, have been meeting, we met at the beginning of last year and looked at where we were at and where we were going, and how how much is actually left for us to do. I'm pleased to say that the Historical Society has raised $750,000
Wow.
towards this project.
That's awesome.
And the Park District staff were in support mode, but I would encourage anyone when the Historical Society is sponsoring special events, whether it's a trivia night or if it's an auction that was held, to please show your support and attend. And if you can't attend in person, maybe just send a donation their way. They really do appreciate it. Last year was also the year of the Victory Garden, the very first year that this idea was implemented. And as you can see, we had quite a few items there. There was even a pumpkin amongst the group, a lot of radishes, you name it, and we were able to give what we harvested to the Interfaith Food Pantry.
Awesome.
Paul Corey Beach, our lifeguards received another 5-star audit, and the fact that we're not a pool, we're a beach, it's even trickier, more difficult for us to attain this safety audit. So I just want to say kudos to the guards, and actually Brittany Bruno was the aquatic supervisor in charge of the quarry managers and the entire overall operations. So a great job. That's a reflection of your leadership as well. Thank you. And again, last year was the year of mascots. So to the right, we have the new Chuck the Duck mascot. And to the left was Bruce the Spruce, part of the Bulldogs Unleashed campaign. And we will be seeing the Bruce the Spruce Bulldog at the Eastside Community Center, making his debut with the New Horizons Playground. There are 32 native species on the Bruce the Spruce Bulldog, and the New Horizons Preschool will actually have it integrated into their curriculum to be able to identify each of the species. Speaking of Bulldogs Unleashed, the Park District was instrumental in making that happen. We were actually the animal shelter for quite some time, and Eric Locker and his team hand-delivered the Bulldogs to the artists so they could be hand-painted. And as you can see, we were also the muscles behind the action. Tara and I were just the posers, but as you can see, Eric and Gary Motika were doing a lot of the heavy lifting for the project. And that project did bring in over $75,000 to all 3 foundations involved for the schools, library, and parks. Last year, this is what the Eastside Community Center parking lot looked like. As dreary as the day was, that's as dreary as the parking lot was. And it no longer looks like that, as you may know, which I will show you a little bit later. But that was our view. We actually had to demo the 2 properties on that block. So there's the before and after picture. In order to make change, we had to do some big movement there. We also had the community needs assessment results released last year. So this is the year that we're really going to dig into the strategic master plan. We started on the recreation side. We hired Bobby Nance, who's been working with our recreation team, and soon we'll be hiring a park strategic consultant so we can marry the 2 plans, the parks and recreation as one. Mill Creek, a lot of people forget that South Mill Creek is actually within the Batavia Park District boundaries. So this particular barn is owned by the Park District. We give it a beautiful facelift. We were even able to replicate the logo even better, I think, than what it was before. And towards the end of the year, the Batavia Park District, for the 3rd year in a row, was named a Chicago Tribune Top Workplace. So that's also a reflection of the results from the employee engagement surveys, and that employees feel valued and appreciated, and that their work is meaningful. So, speaks from the leadership at the top. Thanks to the park board and your vision, and really supporting us, and things like the budget that you're going to be voting on tonight, and all the way to our seasonals. Our seasonals have a hand in this as well. And the year ended with the Peace on Earth video, which went viral. Over 40,000 views of that video. In fact, there's probably more if I looked at today's stats. Katie, you probably know off the top of your head.
I
think it's at 73,000.
Wow.
I'll have to, don't quote me on that, please.
Just on our site or on?
Just on that actual video itself.
On the video, okay.
That video itself was shared.
Right.
The original video. And moving into 2019, more strategy, more focus on our mission, our goals. So again, we're going to really kick off the new strategic master plan. We're in the middle of drafting the recreation plan, doing the heavy lifting with the rec team, but we are going to add in more components. Doing it a little bit differently, instead of hiring one firm to do all of it, we're finding people that specialize in the niches and are going to marry it all together as one. Last year we did the full-time compensation study, and this year we're doing a part-time compensation study. And out of the full-time compensation study last year, there was only one position that was below the minimum pay grade, and we were able to easily move it. It was a $1,000 difference. We were easily able to move it up. So we are completely up to speed on full-time compensation, and now it's time for us to look at our part-time to make sure there's equity in what they're being paid. Keep us competitive too. Jones Meadow Park, we will be actually removing the existing playground and installing this playground at Jones Meadow Park in North Aurora. Again, just to remind people at home, the Batavia Park District boundaries extend into portions of Geneva, Aurora, and North Aurora. And Memorial Park, we will actually have a poured-in-place surface at Memorial Park. We had one community input meeting, and the community was able to vote on their favorite playgrounds. So this playground was voted for Memorial Park. And there will be a red, white, and blue stars and stripes poured-in-place surface that we'll perfect it before we show it to you. So this looks like a very bland picture because this is a before picture. Hopefully in just maybe 6 months down the road we'll have an after picture to show you. But this is the kitchen located at Shannon Hall. We call it our caterer's kitchen. And the park board has approved for us to make it a commercial grade teachable kitchen, which will be great. So if people wanted to rent it out to host dinner parties, they can do that. Maybe somebody wants to host Thanksgiving at Shannon Hall, they can do that. So we will be working on that later this year, but we're super excited that we'll be completely remodeling this kitchen. This is what the existing parking lot and building at the Eastside Community Center looks like. This year we have plans to add new roofing to the existing and take out all the existing windows and replace them. So I wanted to give you a quick picture of this up close and personal so you can see kind of the shape that they're in. The insulation is actually pretty terrible at the Eastside Community Center. There are a lot of drafts coming in through the windows, through the doors, so this will actually help with the HVAC needs as well. And another shot of our parking lot. We've never been so proud of a parking lot. It was a true labor of love.
Amen.
And I like to say, we put the park in parking lot. We actually, in the far end, very difficult to see in this picture, but we have a pergola and 3 benches. And we're gonna have some memorial trees out there as well. And we are going to, in the spring, so actually pretty soon here, doesn't feel like it, but spring's not that far away. We will actually have, be able to put in the new plantings, add in the trees that we can replenish that we had to replenish those, and really spruce it up and give the residents what we promised it would be. We're also going to add in 2 more layers of asphalt because we really just have a base layer on right now. So please hang in there and be patient. Pardon our dust, but it will be well worth the while. Whoops. This is actually on the west side of our Eastside Community Center. And we have installed some of the playground equipment. If you recall, the little ones from the New Horizons preschool used to have to walk across the parking lot like little ducklings. They'd hold onto a rope and the leader would guide them inside the school and back out to the playground. Well, now we've created a much safer environment on the side of the building. So this is just to give you an idea of how colorful the new equipment is. And here they are playing on the instruments that were installed. And right now we just have event fencing up just until, as a temporary hold, just until we can get the official fencing in. And this will become a neighborhood park. We will have specialized hours for the New Horizons preschool, but we're super excited to open this up. We think that the folks over at Music Matters will love it because while they can drop off, one of their children at music lessons, then they can come back and enjoy the park while they wait for lessons to be over. And last but not least, the park board mentioned it at the last park board meeting. The park district will be working on a listening tour where we really want to engage with the community. We want to revisit our community needs assessment, which is still fresh off the press, and we want to do a little bit deeper dive to find out what it is that the public really wants. And so park district staff will be accessible. We will come out to you, and locations to be determined, but we really want to hear what you have to say, and we're eager and listening. And that is a wrap.
Excellent.
Thank you. Good job.
Oh, I'm not done yet.
Set the bar kind of high for 2019,
Katie.
Yeah.
All right, so next item on the agenda. Allison, would you like to take this one?
I would be honored to take it. So actually, this is the first time that the Park District has done Community Service Awards. We really believe it's important to recognize those individuals or those organizations that have done so much in the community that especially have benefited the Batavia Park District. And first, I'd like to recognize Dan Heffler. Dan, if you'd like to please stand to be recognized. And actually, Dan, if you want to come up here so the folks at EATV can see you. The good folks watching at home, you're going to bring the ratings up this month. You realize that? Actually, that is mandatory.
Oh, yeah.
This beauty. So Dan is receiving this Community Service Award for his tireless efforts with the Depot Museum expansion. Dan actually, 4 years ago, was not even a Batavia Historical Society board member. He was a community resident that simply volunteered his time and at his own leisure attended Historical Society board meetings and heard about the Depot Museum expansion project, took a vested interest, stepped up to the plate without even being a Historical Society board member and said, you know what? I can do this. I can lead the charge. A former high school principal, he knew what it would take, and he's had a gust of wind under his sails ever since. And he's never missed a beat. He's put so much blood, sweat, and tears into this. He eventually became a Historical Society board member. They said, gosh, we can't let him go. This is too good to be true. So it is a great honor to give this, Dan, to give this to you. And Dan is the major reason why the Historical Society Board is still very active in this fundraising effort. And so any support we can give to you, you please let us know because, we would not be where we're at with the fundraising without your help.
Thank you very much. Nice. Thanks, Dan.
It's also my great honor to recognize an organization that has done so much over many years and benefit the Batavia community, especially our seniors. And no organization I can think of that better helps our seniors in town than Batavia RSVP. Batavia RSVP stands for Batavia Retired Senior Volunteer Program. And with us tonight, we have Ann Purpura, John Dillon, and Sue Witten. And they are many of the faces of Batavia RSVP, but you wouldn't know it because they do a lot of the magic behind the scenes too. So they are the miracle workers, I like to say, of the Batavia RSVP. Batavia RSVP has been housed at the Batavia Park District for many years. And then a little game of ping pong bounced back to the city of Batavia and then back to the Batavia Park District and is now housed back at the city of Batavia, where they like to think this is going to be home for quite a while. They have a great new stakeout right by the Batavia Police Department. John Dillon, you did a wonderful job. It's easily accessible for seniors to get to. And I can't say enough good things about what Batavia RSVP has done for this community. And they are staffed by volunteers Monday through Friday from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. And they're down at the city headquarters. So anybody that needs assistance can certainly visit them. RSVP services include transportation for homebound seniors for doctor visits and other trips, information on how to apply for property tax relief programs, installation and maintenance of smoke and carbon monoxide detectors in seniors' homes at no cost, and last, installation of lockboxes on senior homes at no cost. So wonderful, wonderful services. And it is just such a great pleasure to congratulate Batavia RSVP and John, Sue, on all your years of service and everything you do for our community. I know Jim Eby misses having roommates, as the office was shared with Jim Eby. But when we had to tear down some of the properties to create our new parking lot, a lot of the development plans had to come back over here. Yep. So now he actually has a library for an office now. But it is truly a pleasure to say thank you to the Batavia RSVP.
Thank you. My voice isn't that great, but I wanted to, on behalf of RSVP, thank the Batavia Park District, especially Allison and her staff for the support over the years, and the board for your support. As she mentioned, we're back at City Hall now, but we had a lot of good years here at the Park District. Jim was always very generous with his office space and our volunteers as they come in and out every day. And I know a lot of them miss you, Jim, personally. You are such a great guy. And I do hear that at the board meetings and stuff, so we really appreciate your support over the years from the Park District. As Allison said, RSVP, first of all, congratulations on your 50th anniversary. RSVP dates back to 1988, so we just celebrated our 30-year anniversary last year. Allison mentioned some of the programs we offer. We like to get the word out. I think we're a well-kept secret in Batavia, but we're a very successful organization. To date, we've given away about $1 million over the last 30 years to low-income seniors. We have an agreement with OSCO where we pay the co-pays and deductibles for prescription medication for low-income seniors, and we're proud again of the $1 million or so that we've been able to give away. We've also, we provide about, I think, 500 to 600 rides a year to seniors, to doctor's appointments and other things. It's all volunteer. We have about 50 volunteers that they either drive for us or they work in our office, answer the phone, schedule appointments. That's been really phenomenal for us too. But again, we couldn't do it without the community support. The city of Batavia has been great, the Park District. Batavia United Way is a big supporter of ours. The township is a supporter, and then, you know, just the citizens of Batavia that know about us support us too. So it's been great, and again, we thank the Park District for being a partner with us over the years, and you know, hope to continue on with that relationship. So thank you.
Thank you.
I never knew who was in Jim's office.
So I would actually like to say, you know, Dan, Ann, John, and Sue, on behalf of the Park Board, you know, we're 5 volunteers up here, and we do so much in our capacity, but it's certainly, and I can speak for myself, and hopefully my fellow board members, that it gives us a lot of renewed energy when we find, because we live here in Batavia, and folks like yourself that are doing great things for our community. So I can't thank you enough for everything you do. Appreciate it very much. Thank you.
Jim likes visitors too.
I still see quite a few of the ladies as they come and go to fitness classes, so. I haven't seen Darren into the fitness class. I'm hoping one of these days.
Memory, I have pictures. I remember.
Yeah.
Have a great night. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
All right, that was fun. So next item on the agenda is 14, old business, capital development plan progress report.
Yay. Well, Allison showed some really good pictures of a lot of the 2018 projects, which are going to blend into 2019. Kind of a quick recap, the playground is just the area that's being played on is the little playscape and standalone free toys. The rest will be completed in the springtime, and then the plantings will be done over there as well. They were busy working on forming up the accessible ramp today, and that's probably the last big piece of concrete structure that will need to be completed to be poured. They're going to be pouring that tomorrow, and then they'll be able to start all the final detail work. And if you haven't been down Route 25 on River Street there to see the newly opened space, it really looks amazingly different. We took out quite a few kind of really not good trees along with that, invasive and weed trees, and a lot of overgrowth that the homeowners allowed to take over. So it's a really nice clear shot down to the river now from the sidewalk. The 2 playgrounds for replacement this year, Jones Meadow and Memorial Park, both of those playground, all the equipment has been ordered. Won't be shipped until springtime till we have a contractor identified. That will be coming to you in March. And then the East Side Center building renovation is going to be a very large project. We have another design development meeting on Friday with the architects. Engineers were in last week to do some measuring and studying and looking at the caterer's kitchen area as well as HVAC kinds of things that have to be moved around. Our Bigwood site renovation, which we haven't really talked with you about and a great deal, will be coming up a little later in the year. We are going to be reviewing those drawings in February. That is going to begin work on drainage issues on the tennis court and the ball field, some parking lot repair. The last time any real major work was done there was, again, like 2002, 2003. So it's time to really do some repairs and some upkeep on those structures. The shelter will get a facelift, and we'll see a new basketball court go in.
What about the paths? You talked about the paths.
We're going to be replacing some of the asphalt.
Okay.
Is really all we're doing.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not rerouting or
Got it.
anything, but some of that's from the mid '80s when,
Okay.
while it's lasted a long time, it really is
Yeah.
time
Okay.
to reinstall. And a nice little path over at Payne Woods. Yes, we did the playground last year, but had to do a second phase with this access path, which will be really nice to have a paved access from the east side of the park for neighbors coming from the Wagner Road area into the
Oh,
park.
it's a cul-de-sac on that side?
It comes off of Wind Energy Pass down a sidewalk that
Oh,
the
the
city,
one that goes in between the...
the
okay.
detention
Okay.
pond
Yeah.
and the park area.
Oh, you can get there from Wind Energy?
Yes.
Oh, I was
See?
going the other-
I know.
okay, I didn't know.
Who knew,
Path
right?
in between the woods and the
Oh,
first
okay.
house.
Yeah. And the city had the developer put that in years ago, and it's just been a wood chip path into the park from that point. But we're gonna make it hard surface finally. So, yep. Due to a lot of recommendations and requests from the neighbors, so we're finally going to be able to get that done. So we have a whole lot of stuff that you're going to be seeing roll through in the next 6-8 months, that's for sure.
Which is pretty neat because the last time that we spoke with you about it was really at our capital project special board meeting in Eagle Brook. So now we can start, we're meeting with landscape architects and really figuring out what that's going to look like.
Exciting.
It is exciting.
Big time.
Thank you.
On a side note, whatever happened with the bell? Was that ever removed?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, golly,
I
yeah.
thought we were supposed to have a video of it or something. There's no evidence?
Thank you.
There is.
Dang.
She's town.
I never got that video. I was sitting there, I'm like, man, where's the bell gonna get taken out of the tower?
Do you want me to email
I'm sure,
the video to you?
I have a couple pictures I can share on my phone that's in the office, but we did get some as it was coming out of the building and then got down and they trucked it out to Holy Cross, to the narthex area, I suppose. We called out there and they've got it fenced in and the bell is sitting in the area there.
And all the renderings and everything they want to do out there, so.
Yeah,
Nice, wow.
pretty ambitious.
Yeah.
I'm glad it happened.
Yeah, yeah.
Tom, I'd be happy to
Literally.
email it to you if you want.
Yeah, for sure, I'd love to see it.
Can I ask a quick question? For the work that's going to be done over at the east side, especially like the windows and stuff, is that going to affect New Horizons or the summer classes or fall? How's that all going to play out?
The goal is to have the work begin and end in the June to late August time period. We would like to affect those major programs as absolutely little as possible.
Okay.
Brittany and her team are now working on trying to figure out where we can shift classes and the summer programs as
Yeah.
we go through, because there will be times when there won't be windows in rooms, and it's
Okay.
going to be as the contractor stages it through the
Right.
building.
Just
You got to
wondering.
remove and replace, so it's going to be a real kind of ballet as far as getting those things
Happen
in and out.
time.
Oh, no, yeah, I just was
Yeah.
curious if that was going to,
Yeah.
I figured you do it in the summer.
Yeah, and we're having to work around all of the things that were already booked into Shannon Hall, which really isn't getting
They're not gonna-
affected,
yeah.
but all of the work, it all affects everything, as we've found.
And it may take until July or August to even get the windows, because they got to manufacture.
Oh, gosh, yeah. We also, and one of the things we're dealing with at Friday's meeting is that we, because the building is in the Historic District, we have to take all of those things to the Historic Preservation Commission for approval for a certificate.
So the 1970s falls
Even
under
though that
historic preservation?
Oh, yeah,
Really?
yeah.
So even though that house isn't, even though that building is not a historic building?
It's in the district. Yeah,
Oh, I had no
It's
idea.
attached to a historic building.
yeah.
Really.
But it's definitely
So
not
it's,
historic.
the doors, the windows, and the roofing really are the three things that will be dealt with.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So,
Great, thank you.
you bet, thank you.
All right, next item on the agenda is 15A. So I would entertain a motion to approve ordinance number 383, fiscal year 2019 budget and appropriations as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Gray, second by Dorsey. Any further discussion? Shelley, please call the roll.
Gray. Aye. Dorsey.
Aye.
Riley.
Aye.
Tillman absent. Callahan.
Aye, motion carries. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Great work. A long time.
Thanks for your support.
Seems like an eternity, huh, Mitch?
He likes it.
I had a lot start all over.
That's right.
No, we gotta get through the audit first. I had a lot of support along the way, so thank you to the board and staff and everyone for that.
Our pleasure. Next item on the agenda is the approval of architectural services for the East Side Community Center renovations project. So I would entertain a motion to approve the architectural services contract for the East Side Community Center renovation project in the amount of $78,000, even to Williams Architects.
So moved.
Motion by Gray,
Second.
second by Dorsey. Any further discussion?
That is, so we went out for a bid on 3 different people. That was the best bid that you got?
We did not go, we don't, because we have an existing relationship with the Williams Architects firm, we had them give us a proposal, after we actually had a couple of meetings with them in order to have them, we helped them understand the scope of our project. They then put this proposal and contract together that said, okay, here's what, and it was then back and forth with their team and our legal team and to get all the details right. And so this is their,
Professional services in Illinois cannot be bid.
yeah.
So you don't, it's got to be based on qualification. So since we have a pre-existing relationship and we've already vetted them, it's sometimes easier just to use people you're familiar with.
And actually, they were chosen some time ago for
Right.
another project through a process, so.
Okay.
It was,
Very nice.
yeah.
And that these repairs, this is just to the building itself. It doesn't include anything as far as the kitchen, as far as I've seen. right?
No, that includes all of the work that we,
wow.
that we are
That's-
envisioning to happen at the East Side Center.
So roofs, doors, windows.
Windows.
Oh, there it is, upgrading
Kitchen,
existing kitchen.
HVAC,
Roofs, doors, kitchens, oh my.
water lines.
We're gonna have like is there approval that needs to happen to be commercial grade kitchen or?
Oh, yeah, while we don't have to go through a process of design review with the city for repairs like this, we do have to go through the whole building permit process, and they have to look through all of that, and especially the fire department is part of that, since it will be a cooking facility. So.
So it's teaching and commercial use for rentals.
Yes, and yes.
And really, this amount is already in the capital development budget.
Right.
We just want to make sure that,
Yeah.
Yeah. I
You
think
just
it's
approved it, now we're spending it.
nice. Can't wait.
Happens that fast.
that's one way to put it, Jim.
Actually, I have a first and a second on the floor. I haven't taken a roll call yet.
Mitch, can you calm Jim down?
Just to let you
I
know.
gotta call him, quick. Put the brakes on.
Yeah, Jim, emergency brake.
Put the brakes on.
And my only question, and Jim, I guess, did you or your firm take a
Dirk
look?
did. Yeah, Dirk negotiated this with them. yeah.
Oh, maybe I should read it again. But I was just curious, normally we don't get the whole contract. I was reading through it, you know. It
And you
was-
didn't fall asleep.
Well, I got like halfway through and I go, normally we don't have a full contract to read. I didn't know if there was something special or different about this one that we got.
I think we just put it in so you saw, it,
Make it
since
larger.
it's a large amount. I mean, so there's a lot of stuff in here.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Judging by the number of lines on the left-hand side, Dirk had his way with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Because that's either a deletion or a modified paragraph, so.
Yeah.
Okay, any further discussion, questions, board? Shelley, please call the roll.
Gray.
Aye.
Dorsey.
Aye.
Riley.
Aye.
Tillman absent. Callahan.
Aye, motion carries.
Thank you.
You
It's
are welcome.
exciting. I mean, the fact that it's already kind of a venue that's happening, upgrading the kitchen, making some cosmetic changes, and then also like functional changes to the building, as well as the parking lot. It's great for our community.
Our police department's working on a year-round liquor license for us too, so we can cook with wine.
Yeah.
Awesome. Brittany, I
Full
want to be the
circle.
first instructor in there for the first class when that thing opens, and I'm not kidding.
You got it.
It'll be free. Julie,
Yeah, free for me, how do I get paid? I just want to do it.
You got it.
Awesome.
Awesome.
That's part of the motion, right?
That's part of the motion, yeah, sure.
Second.
All right. All right, so next item on the agenda is Fox Valley Special Rec. Any updates? Any?
You know what? Caroline Nagel has announced her retirement, and the Geneva Park District and South Elgin Park and Rec Department and I are the three of us directors are doing an executive director search
Okay, great.
internally
When
and
does she
externally.
actually retire?
The end of March.
Okay. Is she going to make one last round or no?
Probably not.
Fair enough.
But, so there actually was not a December board meeting, and there's going to be a January dinner. But she'll be at the state conference. If you
Yeah,
have a chance
right.
to see her,
Great.
you can say hello.
Super. Next item is Batavia Parks Foundation, the updates. I know we
No
had,
updates. I see that we have a sheet, so we are scheduling a meeting in February.
We are back again, yep. Unfortunately, the January 29th meeting that the park board kind of circled last time, all of you can make it, but the foundation board president couldn't make it. So,
okay.
So I come before you.
just
with
make
new
sure
times.
you mark that up and get it back to Shelley. I gave her mine.
Mhm.
Time I see you have yours.
Got mine ready to roll.
Awesome.
Thank
I'll be
you.
there either way. I'm the liaison.
There you go. So, not really having any other business to come before the board, I would like to entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Dorsey, second by Gray. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.